Okay guys, we're going to go through the mixing procedure on the Raptor bottles here. This is just water I'm using here and some sweet tea. So don't have anything to mix up right now, but people requested to understand the process, and a video usually helps a little more than just say writing it down. So you start out with the Raptor material inside. The process that I found worked pretty well was to lightly shake the bottle because it sits and settles, and when I poured the hardener in with the colorant, I didn't like where it sat, and it didn't seem like it mixed as easy as fast. So shake it first just a little bit, 1, 2, 3 shakes just to move it around, and then just tap it to get it to set where it needs to. The material should be right about where the P is here, roughly, in the bottle, the regular material. So then you have 250 milliliters of hardener. When you place the hardener in, that should bring it up to that first rib. So I'm going to go ahead and put 250 milliliters of water in here. And yeah, it's really hard to see down in there, but the water is now at this level. So that's, if you have a black kit, that's all you have to do. That is literally it. You just pour it in, now you just close it off, shake it, and shoot it. That's it. So for adding colorant, I found 8%. Raptor allows for up to 10%. So out of 1,000 milliliters of Raptor with hardener, 10% would be 100 milliliters. So, but my magic number was 8 because I was using a metallic paint. All the caps from our shooting, I got them right here, sorry, I should have had them ready. All the colors were consistent with 8, and it came out right about what I wanted. So, that being said, 8%, 80 milliliters. I used a syringe for the first time measurings. After seeing where it ended up in the bottle, it was a lot easier to just pour it straight in and aim it. So we're going to go ahead and go with our fake colorant here. Try not to spill it everywhere. And our fake colorant's in. Okay. Now, it's really hard to see. Sorry guys, try to brighten it up a little. It is right here at this line. And that's where Raptor says it should be when you mix all the colorants in together. The only problem you have is if you have the gun, it actually gets really close. You can see it coming back up to the top, and it just about spills over, which is not what you want, because as soon as you start moving the gun to spray, it's going to start tipping out of the top, and it makes a mess. So your colorant, your hardener, everything's in. You cap it and shake it very well. Shake it at least a good 2 minutes of just back and forth. As I said before, make sure your threads are clean. If you poured the hardener and the colorant and everything on there, make sure those threads are clean, because you don't want to half tighten thread because it'll go everywhere. Just shake it up. A lot of up and down motion. Yeah, see, I didn't get my threads clean and I'm leaking. So, but this was an old bottle, so there's that. Shake it up, get it good and shook up and mixed and everything. We found that just the back and forth motion and then the up and down was very helpful with mixing it properly. Take the cap off and then check your colorant. It is going to be a lot brighter on the cap before it dries, because anything wet obviously is brighter. So that's the metallic mixture that we went through. Now here's a little advanced trick for you, because we talked about the overflow issue with the gun. You can take and pour off, about yay butch, 50 milliliters, 75 milliliters, whatever. You pour it off a little bit. Now when you stick your gun down in there, you don't have an overflow issue. No big deal. As you continue to go through with the same mixes, you'll end up with a couple of bottles that you've poured off, and then this material can go into your last bottle, back into it, or you may have enough here to finish what you're doing just by using one of the older bottles. So your first bottle that you empty, set aside and keep it clean, and then put your material as you go back in there. You don't have to measure what you take out, because you're just going to go through the product anyway. And hopefully you have a situation like ours where our leftover was the perfect amount to finish what we needed. which is, this is our leftover. There's probably about that much material in the bottom left over that didn't get sprayed. So it worked out really well. So there it is. That's the easy mixture with the tint to be put into the Raptor liner and make it just that simple. They've got a really smart system here. The bottles are set up for their product. Everything was thought through. So, you know, the lines in the bottle are measuring points, and it just really works. So there you go, guys. Any other questions, let me know.